How about yourself?
Good. Who wants to start it off?
Well, how different do things feel for you this year? I mean, last year at this time you were, thought you were going to be a backup and you got thrust into it.
Yeah, I think things have changed pretty much a lot since this time last year. I mean, last year, of course, I was competing for a job and hoping to get some time on the field, and now it's after playing 13 games and getting a lot of snaps, live snaps at least, it's really been instrumental of how much my growth has been, especially with Coach Fry coming in and the things he's been able to teach me. And now I'm getting to the point where it's starting to play the game inside the game like anything. Once the game starts to slow down, it's not only just trying to do your position well, it's like, how do I do my position well? What are the proper technique? How do I get my angles here? How do I get my hands perfectly? So I'm just trying to instrument great technique and playing the game inside the game.
You said last year to us, maybe it was in the spring. No, it was last year. But your two hobbies are working out and watching film.
Yeah.
How long have you been that way? And do you have any other hobbies, main hobbies other than those two?
Yeah, I've been that way pretty much since high school. Since like my sophomore in high school, I really just accepted the grind of it. I think it's something I really enjoy. And for me, I'm like a little kid that gets to play what he loves to do. I mean, that's kind of how I look at it. I wouldn't want it any other way. So for me, that's really my hobbies. I mean, in season, out of season, I like to fish. I love to play golf. Yeah, so I like to fish, I like to play golf, and for me, watching film, working out, I mean, in season, that's all there is to it.
What do you think of Coach Fry since he just came back? What's he been like? What's he kind of brought to the table that kind of stands out?
He's been awesome. I think his experiences at Boston College and UCLA, being at Boston College, having the East Coast feel, and being able to run the ball down your face, and understanding run game progressions, and then going to the West Coast and learning under Chip Kelly and people he had out there, understanding the West Coast offense, spread it out, pass protection, bring both of those together, and now coming to Ohio State, literally in the middle of the two. He's really been able to implement both of our run game progressions and our pass game progressions. It's been really cool to learn, and we're still learning. We're not all where we need to be yet, but it's been really cool to see the start of it.
Does it help having a coach who can not only tell you what to do, but to some capacity show you practice?
Yeah, he's been awesome with that. I mean, like just now, he was sitting in the cold tubs with us, joking that he's sore. I'm all kind of looking at him like, yeah, all right. But yeah, no, it's been pretty cool having him being able to be out there with us, and he's been through it. He knows this process very well. He knows what the camp's like. He knows what it's like to be here all day and just be sore, be tired. But having him out there has been pretty unique to kind of show us, not only just tell us what to do.
You took him in the cold tub with you?
Yeah, in the cold tub, and his ankles were sore. God bless him. I hope he's going to be all right and recover. But yeah.
Hey, Luke, what was missing in that run game, rush game for you guys last year in some of the key moments that you think you guys have figured out or gotten straight?
Yeah, I think we're still working, and for us, I mean, obviously we came up short in a few instances last year, but overall, I mean, I think we almost led the country in yards per carry, so I think we had a pretty substantial run game last year, and even though there's a few times where we came up short, I think we had a pretty decent run game, to say the least. But yeah, no, just getting better every day. That's really all it is. And like anything in life, you really never have anything perfect. So just working every day to get better.
Well, what has Coach Fry brought to that equation, do you think?
He just brings a different idea and a different ideology of progressions of step footwork, how to use double teams to your advantage, stuff like that. It's just been really unique to kind of learn something new.
Luke, you seem to be strategic about your NIL deals and maybe more engaged than some others. How do you go through that process? How do you pick something like yesterday?
Yeah, for me, like I know I don't play a sexy position, even though I think center's pretty good. Most companies don't see center as the quite sexiest position and get a lot of publicity. But for me, it's companies I really believe in. This offseason, I was really working on a way to enhance my diet. I'm trying to tone up my body a little more and lose some fat. I love to drink like sugary drinks, lemonade, sodas, you name it. And for me, this company, Lemon Perfect, that I founded at Giant Eagle, and it was pretty good. It's water infused with lemon, and there's no calories, and it has really good flavors. So for me, it was really unique to be able to drink something and it be healthy and help me lose a lot of weight. And I reached out to them, and they were able to work a deal out with me, and it's been a lot of fun being able to work with them and partner with them, and even get my diet even better.
So you solicited the hookup.
Yeah, and their company has been great working with me, sending me product, and a few of my teammates I bring it to our houses, and it's gone like a day, and I used to have to start hiding it in my closet so people don't take it on me. So the Lemon Perfect, it's been awesome for my diet. Most importantly, that's kind of why I started drinking it, and it's just plus that it's good to drink. So
how many deals do you have, and what are some of the other ones?
Right now I have I'm working with Mark Wahlberg Chevrolet on Broad Street, and for me, having a nice car. I mean, I drove a Jeep Patriot with crank windows and a stick, and got a nice upgrade to a nice truck. It's been really awesome, so I've really enjoyed it.
How does that work? Is it like a year lease, or is it just as long as you play at Ohio State, it's yours? Or how
it's a partnership. So even if I leave here and I need to come back at some point, and I need to, instead of renting a car, if I can hit them up and they'll let me have one for a weekend or however long I'm in town and use it. But yeah, it's right now. So I'm on a season lease. So it's been really cool to be able to be working with such a great company that's been able to help me drive around and get around Columbus.
What about a role? What about a role in a movie?
No, Marvel hasn't hit me yet for the Superman role, but
I'm talking about Wahlberg's connection.
Yeah, exactly. So no, nothing yet.
Did you get to meet? Have you met him?
No, not yet. I've not.
Yeah.
How many days before the Minnesota game did you find out you were starting? What was that like?
I think maybe 4 or 5 before. And for me, it was awesome. It was kind of just a cool moment for me. Kind of just seeing all my hard work and everything I put into it kind of come to fruition. So for me, it was just a kind of realization of all that, and thankful that I was always stayed prepared and didn't get down on myself when I got told a few days before that I wasn't starting. So for me, it was just it was a sigh of relief, and I was ready to go and really excited to show what I could do on the field.
So how many days before that were you told you weren't going to be started?
Like 4 days before that, and it was a hard phone call home, and it was just kind of a very cool moment that I got to share with my family and with my teammates to go out there and be able to play and contribute to the team.
And you were snapping to a guy who obviously had never thrown a pass.
How
different is it now? Your
Oh my
experience,
God! I think CJ. Obviously he's an amazing player and all the things you see from him on the field, but what you guys don't see is the leadership steps that he's been taking this offseason. I think that that's been the biggest for me. As much as he can throw a ball 60 yards on the dot, his leadership inside the huddle and within the team has been amazing. I think that's something that he's really improved, and it's been awesome to see as he's been growing as a player.
Luke, how important is it for you guys to see different fronts during preseason camp so that you walk up to the line of scrimmage, you're not going to be surprised? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's actually, that's what's funny is I was talking with a few coaches about that the other day, and how it's been instrumental with Coach Knowles' defense, him showing all these different looks and all the things they're able to do. And it's not just we're seeing a 4-down front every day for 20 days straight, and then like last year we walk into Oregon and they play OJ, and now it's 3-down. Now we got to learn 3-down in a 4-day span.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool to see all these fronts early and often to be able to get adapted to them, because the team we have coming on September 3rd likes to do a lot of the same.
Yeah, I saw y'all doing like a little bit of walk through the other day, and there's the Leo floating across the backside of the line and stuff. So y'all are seeing a lot of that defense, right?
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that defense. Like what I like to tell my offensive line right now is learn to love this defense, because that's what we're seeing week 1. So if you want to be on the field, you got to learn how to love it.
How good is that defense, do you think? I mean, just how novel is it, do you think?
I think the way they have it organized is amazing. The way they have their calls and the system of defense is really impressive from an offensive standpoint. The way they have their calls orchestrated, and everything has a family, and then within that family they have a bunch of different calls. So I think I'm really excited to see what they're able to do this season.
You brought up the Oregon game and how that was like the first time you saw that. Were you guys not preparing for that the same way as you were this year?
It's just a little different, because in camp you're working against each other, so the defense is running their defensive fronts, and they had 3-down packages, but it wasn't like this year. And the 3-down packages were blitzing, it was 3rd down, it was formations like that, and not on a first, second down basis. So we weren't really running the ball against it. So it was interesting to see. I mean, you prepare for it, but it's nothing like preparing for it the week before a game.
So because this is such a multiple defenses, it coincidentally helps you guys out with some of the teams.
Exactly.
Hey, Luke, I've asked your line mates this question, but you're the perfect person to answer it. Which side of the line, right or left, is better?
Right and left. That's the great answer right now. I think on both sides. I mean, you look across the line. I feel like a real midget. Not as bad as last year, but I think we have massive guys on both sides of the line and guys that are just move people. And I'm really excited to see. I mean, I think I've already seen it already, 4 or 5 days into camp, what they're able to do. And it's only the second day that we've been in shoulder pads. So it's going to be really cool to see the progression of how both sides improve and get better every week.
Were you happy with the way you guys moved people last year?
Yeah, I said it earlier, I think we almost led the country in yards per carry, and so when people knock our run game, it's like, well, yeah, we came up short in a few instances, but, I mean, look at the whole picture. Yeah, I mean, everyone likes, you do 100 things, or 99 things right, you do one thing wrong, everyone's going to remember the one thing, so just kind of remembering, yeah, like, maybe we came short a few plays, but at the whole picture, we weren't really that bad, so.
He spent last year next to Paris as a guard, now he's back at tackle. How do you see him make that transition?
Oh, he's been awesome. It's been really cool to see how he's been taking the things he learned at right guard and moving over to left tackle. I think from a pass game standpoint, you're able to see him now, understand, all right, now I got space, and he's big and strong and athletic, and with him in space, it's lethal. So it's been really cool to see him take the things he's learned and now transition out to tackle.
All right, thanks, Luke.
Thank you guys.